Ordinarily, we would have been thinking that Mr. President was going to call the status of assembly members, just the way he invited those from Lagos during their crisis to Abuja, and call the two major political gladiators, that is Governor Fubara and former Governor Wike, and their few supporters, to a meeting to address them as a father. But that was not the case. What we heard was issuing an instruction to the governor, issuing an instruction to the former governor, who is now the minister of the Federal Capital Territory. And Mr. President do not have any power, any right to issue an instruction to a sitting governor. He could issue an instruction to the former governor, who is his own appointee, but not to the sitting governor. The allegiance of Mr. Governor of Rivers State is to the people of Rivers State, not to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The way they voted him as a president, that's the way they voted him here as a governor. So by issuing an instruction to the governor, issue an instruction to the minister, I think is worrisome. But we already know his motive. His motive is to just divide them so that at the end of the day, Governor Fubara will be campaigning for him. The former governor of Rivers State, the minister of the Federal Capital Territory, will be campaigning for him. That is divide and rule strategy. And he has achieved it, which is very, very wrong. Very, very undemocratic.
So, the demand that Fubara recognize Wike as political leader of Rivers, is that democracy or legalizing godfatherism?
I think, ordinarily, the governor of Rivers State, Governor Fubara, has never underrated and undermined the former governor of Rivers State. He called him his boss. He called him his leader. He called him his father, even at times. But that does not mean that the way he stands today in Nigeria, there is no way the former governor is coming to be a leader of the sitting governor. I learned something from the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria some time ago. And he said, he was referring to Professor Zulum of Borno State. He said, my leader. And the gentleman of the press asked him, who is your leader? He said, the governor of Borno State is my leader as far as Borno politics is concerned. People were surprised that a sitting vice president could be referring to a sitting governor as his leader, because he is from that place, and that is the leader, the political leader in that place. You understand? But Mr. President referring to the former governor as the leader, political leader in Rivers State. How? Thank God he was former governor of Lagos State. Did he respect anybody as a leader in Lagos State when he was the governor of Lagos State? No. The constitution of both the Labour Party, PDP, APC, they recognize that the highest office holder of any political party in a state, in a constituency, in a senatorial district, in the local government, and in the country is the political leader. And as it stands today, Fubara is the highest political office holder of APC in Rivers State. And therefore, he is the leader. Thank God the national chairman of the party has said it, that Governor Fubara, being the governor of Rivers State, is the leader of APC in Rivers State. Thank God The Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Kashim Shettima, has said it, that being the Vice President, the governor of Borno State is his own leader. When you go to Akwa Ibom State, Godswill Akpabio is the number 3 citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, but when he go to Akwa Ibom State, Pastor Umeno is his leader. And when you go to Kaduna State, Tajuddin Abbas is the number 4th citizen of this country. But when you get to Kaduna State, Ubasani is his leader. So why is Mr. President, for political reason, for political gain, why is he coming to pronounce a minister to be the leader? Does that mean we have the administrative leader who is the governor here, and another person the political leader? I think it is very, very wrong. It is unacceptable. And that alone aggravated the crisis. There was no single settlement with that one, because it's like you are undermining, you are underrating the power of a governor. There is no place in this country that the governor, they know the seniority in politics, but because of the position of the governor, officially, the governor is the political leader. But it does not mean that the governor will not respect some political heavyweights in the state. But for Mr. President, thank God it is not constitutional. So it's the pronouncement of Mr. President, thank God it's not an executive order as well. So it's not even an issue that people should be worried about. But I think all about this is for him to know that, oh, you have to be loyal to the political leader, so that 2027 they can give you the ticket. That is as simple as ABC. The APC, they know that. Even in Rivers State, the APC, they know that. They are nowhere to be found. Because are they really with the people of Rivers State? No. Are the people of Rivers State with them? No. But the governor is just obeying the Electoral Act, because INEC has not even lifted ban on campaign. And that is the reason why you have not seen the governor, you understand, putting fire in his own engine, political engine. But the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory is doing that, believing that he has to do that one for Mr. President to know that he is still very much on ground there. The numbers of people that attend to all those political outing, campaign, Thanksgiving outing of Mr. Former governor is now the minister. It does not mean that that is going to be the direction of the way people will vote 2027. That is one thing the president do not believe. Go to Lagos 2023 presidential election. They disallow some other political parties to even campaign in Lagos. But at the end of the day, the Labour Party presidential candidate defeated Mr. President in this Lagos base. Because I wouldn't believe that the politics of the Federal Republic of Nigeria have been so demeaned to the extent of raising costs on whosoever that support. Anywhere in the world, you have people that support people. When he was the governor, there are a lot of people that supported him within the state and outside the state. He supported a lot of people. Without him supporting Governor SYMFONI, Governor SYMFONI eventually might not have emerged as the governor. He supported him. And when people are supporting him now, and you are not even trying to persuade or dissuade them, the next thing you do is to go spiritual and begin to raise costs. No. I think the politics in this part of the country, I think it has taken to a negative direction, which is not acceptable. And I believe, possibly, if Mr. President see that clip, I believe Mr. President could caution the former governor of Rivers State. A lot of people know that, yeah, he's a political giant, he's a political heavyweight. But those that kind of utterances, I don't think it is a welcome development in Nigeria politics. I don't think that we stop people supporting the governor. You know why? Because that is the statement of a man. It's not the statement of God. Their prayers, God listens to. Their prayers, God does not listen to. Their causes, somebody could raise. You understand? That God will allow it to go that way. There are causes that you raise that won't have effect or impact at all. So to me, I just see that the utterances were so bad, but I don't think those utterances will have any spiritual negative impact and effect on anybody. It is the right of anybody to support anybody you like. Because politics is all about interest. So if I'm supporting somebody that I have interest in, let the whole imam, let the whole bishop in this world go to race cause it won't have any effect or impact negatively on me.
Okay, is Fubara and Rivers the blueprint of how Tinubu plans to capture Rivers State?
I think Mr. President is making a serious mistake because it's like now that they believe that with the governor and the former governor, Mr. President believes that he can capture Rivers State. But he had forgotten that he himself, when he was the governor of Lagos State, during Obasanjo's second term in office, the second election that brought him to power, the second term, Mr. President that time as governor indicated, he said, when he come to the governorship, vote AD. But when it comes to the presidency, vote PDP. You understand? There are so many areas in this country. Look at Abia State, for example. Look at Enugu State, for example. Look at Benue State, for example. You understand? President won presidential election, but the governors that mobilized for him could not win senatorial election. In both Abia State, in Enugu State, and in Benue State. It doesn't matter. People are voting for the drivers. They are not voting for the vehicles. The political parties are the vehicles. The drivers are those individuals that is contested and will be contesting election. So either people might vote the direction of Wike in governorship, in senatorial, in whatever. They may not vote his direction. When it comes to the presidency, people might vote for Governor Fubara in governorship, in House of Assembly, and in other areas. But that does not mean people are going to vote for him in the presidency. The way people are feeling will touch the heart of everybody. And that is what is going to point at the direction in which people are going to vote. That is it. It is the performance of Mr. President in the area of security, economy, health, education, and others that we direct people on where to vote. Nobody is going to. You can share whatever money, but when I'm going to the polling booth, it's me and my conscience that I'm going to vote for.
Is the Senate refusal to mandate electronic transmission an early step in manipulating the 2027 election? What's your take?
Well, the 10th Senate, I think, is the worst Senate in the political history of Nigeria. The worst Senate president Nigeria ever had is Senator Godswill Akpabio. And how did he emerge? They plan what he's doing today, they plan it even before his emergence. They look forward to see how they are going to manipulate from the system directly 2027. And that was the reason why Mr. President microzone the Senate presidency to the South-South and microzone it to Akpabio himself. Whereas the National Assembly has their own law. The emergence of the principal officers is the internal business of the people in the National Assembly. But you see external forces, external influence that brought about the emergence of the Senate President and other principal officers. And you saw what happened on the floor. You saw the way some right-minded Nigerian senators, the way they stood on the side of the people, why few of them, particularly Akpabio, Opayemi Bamidele, the Senate leader, stood against Nigerians in favor of 2027 election so that they can manipulate directly from the system. These are the people that have lost confidence in them. These are the people that they believe they are there to represent themselves, but they are not standing at the proxy of their people. So that they don't need to play any game to the interest of their people. Their own is whatever that will not favor them should not stand. But I want to tell you, you have seen the reaction of Nigerians over this. And I know that he called emergency meeting for this Monday. So let us see how it goes. But you will see a lot of protest at the National Assembly, and it could call for national protest across the country. The Nigerian Labour Congress may not rest. They may need to do something. They may need to come out for peaceful protest. But my own, I just believe that Nigerians should be calm and we should wait for protest 2027 with our ballot papers. That is the way I believe. Because before you know what is happening now, they will go and set up some other miscreant to come mayhem during the peaceful protest. So in order to, you call dog bad name in order to hang it. But I know this time around, Nigerians are not going to take this one lightly. Nigerians will not accept this. That is it. But God is watching everybody. There are some persons, people like Obafemi Awolowo, died so many years ago. Tafawa Balewa, Sir Ahmadu Bello, died, Azikiwe died so many years ago. People see their names still open good doors now. But there are some of our people that immediately they leave office, history will forget them. History will only remember their bad side. Some of them after office, when they no longer parade physical securities around them, some of them will not be able to move freely. Some of them will not be able to go back to their constituency, to their local government and to their villages. Because while they were in power, what good did they do to the people? No. But my advice for them, particularly Akpabio, I have not seen any man on earth that head up to power forever. One way or the other, you will lose the power. There's a Yoruba proverb. They say a masquerade that know that he will put the garment and turn back to woman. When he's wearing that garment, there should be limitation to the way he displays wickedness. Because definitely, immediately after he removed the garment, he turned back to human being. People will visit him as human. Akpabio will not be there forever. No senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria will be there forever. People like Ali Ndume, Abdul Ningi and others, the Abia senator, Inaya Baribe and others. Nigerians are seeing you. Nigerians will not forget you. You are already writing your name in gold on the sand of time. Whereas these people are writing their name on arches, which ordinary wind will blow and erase that name. I think they are trying to cause brouhaha again. Maybe they are thinking about second coming of another retrogressive action called state of emergency. The followers should be peaceful. The governor should be focused. He should be decisive when he needed to be decisive. He should be ruthless when there is need for him to be ruthless. Firmness and ruthlessness are two major attributes of any leader. But what I know today, if there is no manipulation, if there is an election today, just like Peter Obi did 2023, that he crossed to Labour Party and he gave Labour Party popularity. If the governor of Rivers State crossed to any new political party today, people of Rivers State are going to vote for him. He's a performer. He's a performer. He's an excellent and super performer. And people of Rivers State love him. They believe in him. He should focus more on governance. Let the other people focus more on politics. When it is time, those people that are the Rivers people that are benefiting from the governance he is focusing on, they will not forget him. They will not betray him. When the people do not betray him, nobody can betray him. If they want to rig it out, people are going to stand on their feet because of their interest. I wish the governor every best.